Hi, I'm Clive Forth from MTB Skills and you're tuned in to IMB for the Skills and Technique feature. Join us each issue for a thought-provoking insight into what makes up mountain biking skills and technique. So this issue we're looking at speed control and specifically gears, shifting gears and cadence. The key thing here, we're on a journey on our bikes and we want to try and maintain a constant trail speed. It's the most efficient way to progress through the terrain. A bit like when you're in the car, if you're doing a journey, you want to try and sort of maintain a decent speed. If the road's twisty and winding, that means you're going to be up and down through the gears and therefore the engine revs change. Same on the bike, as you can see here, we're coming into these little gradients. So my revs will change, I'm accelerating into those gradients. And if the gradients are sustained, prolonged or steepen, then there's going to be a need for me to change gear so that I can try and maintain that trail speed. Now that's only going to be possible for a certain period of time because my legs are inevitably going to burn out as well as my lungs. So here we go, we've got this little steep gradient in our locals maybe. The cadence is there, consistent nice leg speed. I've had no run up into it on this first run. You can see on the second run where I've had a little bit of a run up into it, I've used the cadence at the bottom, so much higher leg speed initially, but as I crest the top of the hill, the leg speed's about the same, but the trail speed's much higher. Now that's a process that can't really continue forever and a day. You can sustain that type of power output for a certain amount of time, but inevitably it's going to catch up on you and you're going to have to find some recovery somewhere. Here we go, we're coming up into a crag here, so we've got a flat bit before this crag where I've had a bit of recovery. Been riding in nice and steady, we're just tuning in, watching some shifting action there. As you get up and over the crag, just drive the bike on, sit and recover again. So your trails are going to be composed of uppy sections, flatty sections, downy sections, and learning to pace rides and use a bit of effort and use a bit of torque and a bigger laboured gear to clean technical features like these little rocky passages is a key thing, but then working out where you can get a bit of recovery is equally important because you've got this whole process of putting out big effort and having to recover. Likewise, when we're descending, it's important to be shifting through the gears. You want to exit that corner there and get good drive on the way out. There's no point not being in the right gear to match your trail speed as you exit. If you're dropping down through something quite rapidly, you've gone from no cadence to some cadence and you'll need to be selected in the right gear when you're going out. Here we're going to have a close look now at what's actually going on in the shift in there and dispose a common myth that you can't shift under load. If you've got your setup lined up right and your timing your shifting right, you should be able to sneak a gear change in when your cranks are in the vertical position, i.e. when you're not really able to put that much power through them and the chain will claw its way up the cassette. It's been lovely growing through the evolution of some of this equipment and riding bikes pre what Shimano refer to as their Hyperglide system. Where all the teeth and the sprockets are profiled, enabling the chain to sort of move its way up the sprockets or down the sprockets. Because back in the day there, with sort of straight cut gears, a bit like with the cars, you had to double declutch in the car, blip the throttle to get the thing to sit in easy. With the bike, you really did have to ease up on the power. Now, it's very rare that you get a poor shift under load, particularly as I say, if you've got your timing right and you're sneaking those shifts in. But it's worth doing what we're doing here and just taking time to have the bike in a stand and just go up and down through the gears and just understand better how that mechanism works, and that should help you have the confidence to shift under load, but more importantly be considering your timing of when you do that. So have a read of the feature and tune in next issue for some more tricks and technique tips. All the best.